So this is our, let's call it a slow flow restorative type of stretch. All right, so a set of blocks and then a bolster pillow and then a strap if you'd like it. Let's start on our back. I'm actually going to grab my larger blocks for this. We're going to make the blocks into a T. So one stayed up nice and tall, or you can put them in any style, and then one longer. So just creating a T shape with the blocks, and then just setting your bolster or your pillow, still balancing act there, on the blocks. Go ahead and scoot your hip bones up towards that edge of the pillow and then just resting your head. You can draw your legs out long, drawing your heels to touch, toes fall open. Maybe just gazing up towards the ceiling. Allowing your arms to fall down by your side. You can also bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. All right, that's my favorite song right now, but it's not fitting for this class. All right, go ahead and come into your space. Again, your hands can be by your side, palms facing up. You're welcome to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Legs can be out long. You're welcome to bend your knees, bringing your soles to touch. Maybe just closing your eyes. Setting an intention for class today. Focusing here on your breath. As your belly rises, deep inhales. On your exhale, belly falls. Staying here with your breath, full inhales, full exhales. On your next full exhale, let it all go. Your next inhale, filling your belly, ribs. The top, hold it, seal your lips, breathing in and out through your nose. By keeping your lips sealed and having that breath moving in and out through your nose, you're allowing yourself to create heat within your body as these mornings are getting cooler. This is a great opportunity to keep ourselves nice and warm. Continuing with this breath in and out through your nose a few more times. And your next full exhale, letting it all go. Your hands by your hips, really press yourself up, coming to a comfortable seated position. From here, you can cross right over left. You can draw soles of your feet together or left over right. I'm going to set my pillow off to the side. You're welcome to also have a seat on one of the blocks if you would like. Lifting your hips, allowing your knees to fall open. Deep inhales, continuing with that breath in and out through your nose. From here, just placing your hands on your knees, whether you're sitting on that block or not. You're also welcome to place a block underneath your knees to level them up a little bit higher than your hips. Hands on your knees. Inhale, bring your hands towards your hips. Inhale, lengthen, look up towards the sky. Draw your shoulder blades together. On your exhale, round your spine, bringing your hands towards your knees. Maybe bringing your gaze towards your navel. Inhale, hands come back towards your hips. Draw your elbows back, gaze is lifted. Deep exhale, round your spine. Seated cat and cow posture. Inhale, hands come towards your hips. And exhale, round your spine. Continuing here, a few more cat and cows with your breath. Your next full exhale, gently inhale, rise, come back through center. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, lengthen, sweep your arms up high. Cactus your elbows, lift your gaze, spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, come back through center, gaze forward, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, lengthen, arms overhead, gaze is forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, come back through center. Turning to the left side. Exhale, release your left hand down by your left hip on the floor on a block. Reach your right arm overhead, right bicep to right ear. Feeling that deep side bend all along the right side body. Inhale, rise up, stack your shoulders over your hips. Left arm reaches up high, give me one cactus. Lift your gaze. Inhale, come back through center, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand by your right hip on the block or on the floor. Deep side bend over to the right. Left bicep to left ear. Rise up, come back through center. One cactus, lift your gaze. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand back to the floor by your hip. Deep side bend, bending deeper. Making sure to stack your right shoulder over the left. From here, bend your right elbow. And extend. Inhale, rise up, come back through center. One cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release your right hand by your hip. Side bend over to the right. Keeping that left shoulder stacked over the right. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale to rise. From here, we're going to add on. Exhale, release your left hand down to the floor by your left hip. Bend your right elbow. and extend. Hold that extension. This time rotate so you're facing your left thumb, right pinky towards left thumb. Hold that right arm extended. Draw that right arm out as far as you can, semicircle, all the way over to the right side. Release your right hand by your right hip on the block or on the floor. Sweep your left arm high. Bend your left elbow. And lengthen. Gently draw your gaze toward your right thumb. Left pinky to right thumb. Hold the left arm extended. Draw that big circle with your left arm. Release your left hand back down. Right arm sweeps up high overhead. One more time. Bend the elbow. And extend. Hold that left ear towards your left shoulder. Inhale to rise up. From here, keep your left hand towards your hip. Reach your right arm out long towards your right hip. Bring your right palm facing up. From here, we're going to draw a few circles with that right hand. Your left ear stays connected towards your left shoulder. Feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Slow and controlled circles, palms stay facing up. And if you went in the reverse direction, that's okay. We're going to do both directions. Once you come back to your starting position, flip it in reverse, gently reversing that circle up and over. Try and make it as big and as slow as you can. Continuing to keep that right palm facing up. Your left ear stays connected towards your left shoulder. One more full circle if you're with me. Gently release your left hand towards your right thigh. Inhale, rise up to a few ears side to side. Keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Draw your chin to your chest. And nape of your neck towards your back. Shaking your head, yes. Coming back through center. We did a lot of scrunching, so let's scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears and back. Some shoulder rolls here. Up and back. And then reverse that direction. Show your shoulders up towards your ears and forward. One more time. All right, inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Try to spread your fingertips nice and wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lengthen, gaze comes forward, arms overhead. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your right hand down by your right hip on the floor or on a block. Deep side bend over to the left side. Keeping both sit bones on the floor or on a block. Inhale, rise, come back through center. Give me one cactus. Bend the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades up and back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your left hand by your left hip. Side bend over to the left. Keep that right bicep close in towards your right ear. Right shoulder stacked over the left. Now rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your right hand down to the floor. Hang on a little bit here. Bend your left elbow. Spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back through center. Give me one cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release your left hand by your left hip. Deep side bend over to the left. Bend your right elbow and reach. Inhale, lengthen. One cactus. And reach. Release your right hand down to the floor. Now we're going to draw those semicircles. Bend your left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your left pinky to your right thumb. Hold that left arm long. Full circle here. Reaching out as long as you can out in front. Release your left hand down. Sweep your right arm high. Bend your right elbow. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, rotate your right pinky to left thumb. Hold that right arm extended. Reach out far in front. Right hand down to the floor. Sweep your left arm high. Your left elbow. And reach. Hold that connection. Right ear towards right shoulder. Gently rise up. Release your right hand down by your right hip. Reach your left arm out long by your left hip. Flip your left palm up towards the ceiling. Holding that connection, right ear to right shoulder. Gently draw that arm up and forward. Large circles with your left hand. Reach it back. Full circle. Think slow and controlled. Feeling that stretch along the left side of your neck. 3 full circles in one direction. Once you get back to the starting point, go ahead and reverse that direction. Continue to keep the left palm facing up. Very nice. Keep it going. Feel that pull as you draw your fingertips down towards the floor. Maybe they just graze the floor. Maybe they're just hovering. Gently come back to the center. Draw your neck directly over your shoulders. Do a few shoulder shrugs up towards your ears and then back. Reverse that direction. Draw the shoulders up towards your ears and forward. Sweep both arms up high towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Releasing your left hand behind your back on the floor on a block. Or you can bind your left hand around your right hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Both arms overhead, gazes forward. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee. Right hand comes behind your hip. Option to bind that right hand behind or around your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Do that one more time on each side. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Bind your left hand or release it down behind your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. You're maybe looking further over your left shoulder this time. Inhale, come back through center, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind your back or bind around your left hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your hands to your heart. If you're having a seat on a block, go ahead and release that block. Set it off to the side, and then gently lower your hips back down to the floor. With your left leg in towards your right, extend your right leg out long. I like to rock my sit bones from side to side, making sure I'm sitting completely flat on the floor. Option to use a block and place it underneath your right knee, creating a natural bend in your right knee, or if it's comfortable, you're welcome to keep that right leg straight. Grabbing that bolster, or that pillow. Place it on top of your right leg. This is also a great opportunity to use a strap if you'd like. You can place it around the arch, or the sole rather, of your right foot, grabbing both ends of that strap and then folding forward, bringing your nose towards your knee. You can also use a block behind the sole of your right foot, extending that length that you're reaching for. Regardless of what props you're using, holding here and breathing. You can use all the props. You can use no props. Gently drawing your forehead closer towards your toes. Pressing your left hip in towards the floor. Each inhale, lengthen your spine, and each exhale, fold deeper. Hold it here for one more breath. So, on your inhale, gently release your bind. Set any props that you're using off to the side. Gently place your right hand behind your right hip. Oh, no, place your left hand behind your left hip, my goodness. Press your hips forward, reach up, reach your right arm back to that diagonal, coming into stargazer. The right knee stays bent, left leg stays bent, right knee stays long. On your exhale, gently lower the hips back down. All right, settling back into both sit bones. We're going to switch sides. Extend your left leg long. Draw the sole of your right foot in towards your left leg. You're welcome to place that block underneath your left knee if you'd like. You can place that bolster on top of your left leg. Give me a little more cushion to lean into. You're welcome to use that strap around the sole of your left foot, allowing you to pull yourself closer towards that left leg. You can also place a block behind your left foot, allowing you to reach deeper around that left leg. Finding a comfortable stretch for you. Single leg stretch on the left side. With each inhale, you're lengthening your spine. Each exhale, you're folding deeper. Reaching your forehead closer towards your toes. If that's already accessible to you, maybe reaching past your toes. Your shoulders are square. Your right hip stays pressed in towards the floor. Hold here for one more breath wherever you're at. Full inhale, full exhale. And your inhale, gently rise up. Setting any of those props off to the side. Reach your right arm up high behind your right hip. Inhale, press your hips forward. Reach your left arm back to that diagonal. Pressing your hips forward. On your exhale, gently lower down. Coming back to both sit bones. Keeping your left leg long. Draw the sole of your right leg out. Coming into a wide leg straddle. From here, you're welcome to place the blocks out in front. You can stack them or make them long, just like an I. Placing your bolster or your pillow on top of them directly out in front of you. And then just folding forward, allowing your chin, maybe your forehead to rest onto that bolster or pillow with or without the blocks. And again, you can make the blocks as high as you'd like. Bring them as close or keep them as far away. Pull out your toes. Feels good to you in your body here today. Your next inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, fold forward, fold deeper. You're welcome to stay here. If you'd like, you can reach your left cheek or ear towards that bolster. And back to a little neck stretch. You can continue to wiggle out your toes. Did it on the left side, gently come back through center, releasing your right cheek or ear onto that bolster or pillow. Gently bring your gaze back through center. Walk your hands in towards your hips. Place that bolster off to the side. Place those blocks off to the side, still keeping them accessible. Draw the soles of your feet together. Butterfly your knees open. So if you'd like to place blocks underneath your knees, that is one option. You can also allow your knees to just fall open if that's comfortable for you. Place your bolster or your pillow long side up in between your thighs, and then gently fold it forward, and then just placing your chin or your forehead onto that pillow. Forward fold, this time with your knees bent, noticing how this may feel different than when we previously had our legs out long and wide, or a wide-legged forward fold. Continuing breathing here, breathing in and out through your nose. Rolling your head from side to side, if that's comfortable for you. Gently rise back up. From here, go ahead and place those blocks long ways on the top of your mat. Place your bolster on top of those. So you're just laying the bolster long ways on top of those blocks. Draw your left hip up towards the edge of that bolster. Your bottom left knee is bent. Your top right knee is bent, but you want to place your right knee on the sole of your left foot. So you're making your knees into a staggered stance. From here, gently lower your left side body, lift ear or cheek onto that bolster. Coming into reclined deer. You can hug the pillow. You can extend your arms out to a T or cactus, anything that feels comfortable for you today. You are also more than welcome to stack your knees, drawing that right knee on top of the left. If you have an additional block, you're more than welcome to place a block between your knees if that's comfortable for you, creating space. You're more than welcome to stay here with your left cheek or ear onto that bolster. If you'd like a deeper stretch, gently release your chin and place it onto the top of that bolster. If you'd like an even deeper stretch, you can rotate more, placing your right cheek or ear onto that bolster. Full twist, knees to the right. Maybe your gaze is forward or to the left. Gently inhale, press yourself up. I'm just going to switch sides. I'm going to move all of my equipment over to the back side, but just keep your equipment where it's at. This just so I can face you all. And then just gently bumping your right hip up to the edge of that bolster. So your right knee is directly in line perpendicular with your mat. Bend your top left knee, place your left knee on the sole of your right foot, and then just allowing yourself to lay down onto that bolster. Same options here. If you have an extra block and you like to use it and you like to stack your knees, you're welcome to do so. You can also place that block between your knees. Holding here and breathing. Reclined here on the right side. If you would like a deeper stretch, you can gently draw your chin towards that bolster or just releasing your forehead down. Feeling that length in the nape of your neck with your forehead on that bolster pillow. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you're more than welcome to twist a little bit deeper, placing your left cheek or ear onto that bolster. Gently come back to where we started, right ear onto that bolster. Press yourself up. So from here, gently release that bolster or pillow. Set those blocks off to the side. You're welcome to keep that bolster on the floor long ways with the mat or go without the bolster. We're gonna lay down onto our bellies. Again, with or without that bolster, under your abdomen, in your chest. Crossing your palms, right over left or left over right, your choice. With or without that bolster, just resting your chin on that bolster. Seeing how this feels. If you're not using the bolster, you can always just rest your chin on your top palm. Here, relax your left leg and then gently draw your right knee up towards your right hip, maybe your right elbow. Come into half frog. Oh, keep it up as high as you'd like. to release your left or right ear on that bolster or your palm. If you turn to one side, gently turn to the other side. Back to center, releasing your forehead or chin on your palms with or without the bolster. Release your right leg down. Wiggle out your right leg. Just find stillness here. Top shoelace portion of both of your feet press in towards the floor, allowing your heels to fall open. Continuing with your breath in and out through your nose. Let it all go with your exhale. On your next inhale, gently relax your right leg and draw your left knee up towards your left hip, maybe your left elbow. You can have it at any elevation. Maybe seeing how this side feels. Note of what feels different on the left side to the right side. Gently release one cheek or ear to the side. With each exhale, allowing your hips to get closer towards your mat. If you brought your cheek or ear to one side, gently release it over to the other side. Gently come back to center. Release your left leg in line with the right. Wiggle out that left leg. And just coming back to stillness. If you use that bolster, you can just set it off to the side. Pressing both palms under your shoulders, still laying onto your belly. Press yourself up, mini cobra. Gently release back down. One more, mini cobra. Gently release back down. Tuck your hands under your lowest rib cage. Press up, full cobra. You're welcome to hover your shins, coming to upward facing dog, or just keep tops of your thighs on the floor. Gently press yourself back to child's pose, or just flip yourself on over to the back side. We're going to have a seat. Gently rock forward, lowering your left or right hip onto the floor. Having a seat on your bum. I like to rock my hips side to side and make sure both sit bones are evenly in towards the floor. Apparently I can't tie a knot this morning. All right, from here, grab a block with your feet bent, feet flat on the floor, or your legs can be extended out long, totally your choice. With that block, hold it out front. We're going to slowly roll back for 5. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Arms reach overhead. Gently tap that block overhead. Draw the arms back out in front. Draw your knees closer in towards your glutes. Release that block between your thighs. Release your hands by your hips. We're going to do a few glute bridges here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. This time, hold the hips high. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your hips down towards the floor. Release that block from your thighs and placing that block on its lowest setting under your hips. So squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, placing that block underneath your hips and allowing your hips to fall onto that block. Taking note of what sensations you feel here. Hips pressing in towards the earth. And welcome to stay here. If you'd like to extend one leg long on the floor. Switching sides, you can also extend both legs long. Heels touch, maybe they just hover. You can reach your arms overhead, allowing that block to create that tiny arch in your lower back here. If you had your arms and legs extended, go ahead and draw them back in towards your hips one at a time. From here, release your right leg up towards the ceiling, left leg to follow. Release your arms up towards the ceiling, supported legs up the wall. You can point, flex, maybe circle out your ankles. Next, gradually lower one or both legs at a time towards the floor. Once your both feet hit the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Set that block off to the side. Draw both knees in towards your chest, grabbing your shins or the backside of your thighs, keeping your neck flat on the floor. Using that floor as a split. Keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder, grabbing underneath your right knee. Extend your left leg long, flex your left foot, point, flex, or circle out that right ankle. Also use a strap here to hold your right knee bent. With your left hand, gently grab the outside of your right knee. And gently draw that right knee across the left side of your body. You can place that right knee on the floor, on a block, or on a pillow. Gaze can be up. And you can gently bring your gaze over to the right, extending your right arm long. Supine twist to the left side. Come back through center. Keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. Draw a few circles here with your right knee. And then release your right sole of your foot to the inside of your left thigh, your left knee, your left calf. Coming into reclined tree, allowing that right hip to open up one last time. On your next breath, Inhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Exhale, keep your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Extend your right leg long. Flex your right toes. Maybe your right leg hovers. You can point, flex, circle out your left ankle. With your right hand, gently grab the outside of your left knee and guide your left knee across your body over to the right side. Maybe allowing your left knee to touch the floor. Maybe place it on a block or a bolster. You're welcome to extend your left arm out long, just like a broken T. You're welcome to bend that elbow, bringing it into a cactus pose. Supine twist on the left side. Back to the center, keeping that left knee in toward your left shoulder for wind removing pose and drawing a few circles with that left knee around your hip. Allowing that left foot to fall to the inside of your right thigh, your right knee, maybe your calf. Releasing your left leg long to meet the right. Allowing your heels to touch, toes fall open. You can draw the soles of your feet to touch, butterflying your knees open. You're welcome to bring your hands by your side, pinkies in, thumbs out, palms up. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or any final resting pose for you today. You're welcome to use any props, maybe a bolster or a block under your hips or under your shoulders. Coming back to your breath, coming back to your intention that you set for class this morning. Start by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, belly rise, belly falls with your breath. Draw your knees in towards your chest, roll yourself to one side, and then gently press yourself up, coming to a comfortable seat of your choice. Soles of your feet together, maybe crisscross applesauce. Maybe using a block under your hips. Inhaling, then sweep your arms up high overhead. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee, gaze look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee, gaze look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Maybe bring your gaze down. Thank you all so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today and each and every day. I wish you all an amazing weekend ahead. My name's Amanda. Namaste. Thank you all so much for